Botanix Pharmaceuticals is an ASX listed company focused on developing new dermatology products. Our initial products are in acne and atopic dermatitis, and we've recently announced some very successful data in the treatment of patients who have moderate atopic dermatitis. Atopic dermatitis is a disease that often starts in early childhood, but patients can carry it into adulthood. It results in lesions on the skin, which become infected. They're often very itchy, and it's an immune-mediated disease, so it often recurs over many years. Botanix Pharmaceuticals' solution is a product that we call BTX 1204, which is aimed at treating both the inflammatory component of the disease as well as the immune-mediated component of the disease, and also having a positive effect on reducing itch. The global market for atopic dermatitis is quite significant. There's about $7 billion of prescription products sold each year to treat atopic dermatitis. Treatment really starts with low-dose steroids. Steroids can't be used obviously for extended periods in kids because they stunt growth. And then as the disease progresses, they go to more serious products that often carry with them more serious side effect profiles as well. We recently completed a patient study with BTX 1204 in 37 patients that had moderate atopic dermatitis. So about 25 patients received our drug and 12 patients received vehicle or placebo. We enrolled these patients, we treated them for 4 weeks, and we looked at endpoints that were focused on safety as well as the signs and symptoms of atopic dermatitis. The data from the study was very exciting. Within 4 weeks, we saw a 35% reduction in the signs of atopic dermatitis. Importantly, we didn't see any serious safety issues at all. So what this gives us the confidence for is to treat patients for longer to further increase the efficacy that we saw against placebo. So the signs of atopic dermatitis that we're most focused on are first erythema or inflammation, exudation or ooze from the lesion, and lichenification, which is the thickening of the skin that occurs in response to constant scratching. And what we saw in the study was a significant separation away from placebo in the reduction in those particular signs of atopic dermatitis. So the data we generated in seeing a 35% reduction in atopic dermatitis signs over 4 weeks was very impressive. If you look at many of the other currently marketed products, at the end of their phase 3 studies, they reduced those same signs and symptoms by somewhere between 32% and about 37.5% for the best product. Eucrisa is an example of a recent product that was approved. It achieves about 32% improvement of signs of AD after 4 weeks of treatment, but its side effects include burning and stinging in about 45% of the patients. The best product is Dupixent, which achieves an efficacy level of about 37.5% after 16 weeks of treatment, but it works by reducing your overall immune system, making you more susceptible to infection, and it's not approved for use in children. So based on the successful data from the phase 1b study, our next step is to take it into a larger patient population in a phase 2 study where we'll be looking specifically at the efficacy of the product, but also the safety profile of the product compared to placebo. So based on that successful data, our plan is to take BTX 1204 into a phase 2 patient study where we should further establish the efficacy and safety of the product. The successful completion of that study positions us very well to look for a corporate opportunity partnering or licensing that product with a much larger dermatology company.